What a difference a day makes. So yesterday, this entire area was full of bags and soldiers. There must have been 1,000 of them in here. Anyway, I guess what I'm going to make this video about is CRC, the CONUS Replacement Center. So if you're not planning on deploying overseas as a contractor, then you might as well bail out of this video now. Unless, of course, you're just interested to see how some people, what they have to deal with to get over here. All right, stand by right after this message.
How much of the train wheel is going to touch the ground?
So the CONUS Replacement Center is CRC. It's at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. It's a 1 week long course that everybody, almost 95% of people that are going to deploy as a contractor overseas have to go through and complete. Important things to show up with: a LOA, which is a letter of authorization, a CAC, common access card. You want to make sure that your company has sent a reservation for you. Reservations give you priorities when you're going to leave. So a lot of people show up on Friday. You can show up on Friday, but you can't check into a room until 16:30 or 18:30, depending on how they feel that day. Your courses start on Sunday. Monday, it's just an orientation on Sunday. Then Monday is Medical Monday. The folks at Medical are not there to help you out, they're there to throw you out. So just have all your ducks in a row. The best thing you can do for medical is get your medical done when you get there. CCTF, I will recommend CCTF. It's a local place that's familiar with all of the requirements. They provide dental as well. You will have to get there on a Friday and start on a Saturday morning getting down there and getting all your stuff knocked out, all your vaccinations, dental as well, and it's a special dental form. So don't just go to your dentist. You can go to your own dentist before you come, and your dental exam is good for 1 year. A lot of things are only good for 30 days. So, anyway, just be aware that you can get tossed out very easily over a medical issue, and there are a lot of them. Meds, you need waivers for meds. Certain meds you can't even get a waiver for. In other words, PTSD, if you're on some sort of antidepressant or whatever, it's pretty slim you'll get a waiver. Waivers, depending on the severity of the medical condition, can take anywhere from 3 days to a month. So you may end up getting sent back home for a waiting on a waiver. So check the website carefully and see what problems you have before you get there, because it's going to save you a lot of hassle. If you have a CPAP machine, you have to have a 30-day download. Things like that, things that you don't know unless you really look into it. Sunday, they used to have 17 CBTs. Now, when I went through 6 months ago in 2019, in March, they had 6 or 7 CBTs. So that makes it a lot easier. There are some CBTs you can knock out before you even get there. But I suggest if you don't get them knocked out, you head to that computer room. You stay away from Buffalo Wild Wings. They do have Buffalo Wild Wings. They got them all there. You won't believe it, actually. I've never seen a base or a post or a camp or anything like that. It's pretty pimptastic, shall I say. Anyway, yeah, you can go get drunk, but I suggest knocking all your CBTs out first, because if you don't, you could be in a world of hurt, because that would be one of the things that would be your fault and get you held back for a couple weeks. And dress code: no open-toed shoes, no shorts, no sleeveless shirts, that kind of thing. They will send you through a firearms thing. It's not scored. You can miss everything. It doesn't matter. It's electronic. They got electronic M4s and you know, so it's a rifle, it's a pistol, and basically they don't aim right anyway. I'm a good marksman, and I was way off on target, so it's definitely, and they really don't care. They just want to familiarize you with a weapon in case you have to pick one up over here. Also, there's a main break room, and on there's a whiteboard in that room, and sometimes it'll change multiple times per day, so you need to verify that the information is timely and correct, because you don't want to miss anything. I already went over what not to bring in the previous video. If you haven't seen that one, check up on top here, and I'll put a link to it when this video is over. Actually, I'll put it down in the comments so you can finish watching this one. If your company will let you stay in a hotel, you're going to get a much better night's sleep. You'll have to rent a car. Uber is available on post. They will come on post and pick you up, take you off post, if you so desire. But don't be late. And the main gate, I think they close at 11 p.m. So, and they don't open until 0500, something like that. So if you have an early call, definitely, you know, it would be your fault if you miss anything. If you're late or miss anything in a formation, you're out. So, you know, if you get gate checked, if they want to inspect, search your car or whatever coming back in, or you get a flat tire or anything occurs and you're late for a formation, you've missed it. So staying in a hotel is kind of risky, but you'll be in a squad bay. You know, not a squad bay, I guess there's 4 to a room. There is nobody monitoring these rooms. There's supposed to be an NCOIC in charge, but they don't really care. And that place is loud, and people go and they get drunk because it's the last opportunity they have to drink. So they'll get drunk, and then they'll come in the middle of the night hooting and hollering and yelling, and it's just a mess. So you're not going to get a good night's sleep. And then after you finish all of your stuff throughout the week, now if you do have an issue with medical, you can go back on Wednesday morning. Once you leave the building, usually you can't get back in. So try and take care of as much as you can. Oh, and if you happen to miss a station, if they hold you back, like let's say, you know, vision or something. Well, actually, I think vision is the last one, but you know, if they're reviewing your documents or whatever, and you miss one, and they tell you you have to go get it fixed, go to the next station. Just fall in line to the next station and get as much of it knocked out as you can before you leave the building. So if you have a second issue, you're going to know about it before you leave. Friday is no fun. You get up, usually the roll call, you have to have your bags laid out 03:30, 04:30, something like that. And then it's just a real pain in the butt, all the travel. You'll head to the PAX terminal, and then you'll be on lockdown there while they prep the airplane. It's a long ride, and then when you get to where you're going, it'll most likely be Aliyah Salim. And then depending on where you're going from there, if you're going to Afghanistan, you will most likely get sent here where I'm at right now, which is Arif John. It's a couple-hour ride on an airplane. I got a C-130 ride. Or no, I take that back. It's a bus ride. It's a bus ride, a couple hours. Then you'll get here and you get put in one of these big squad bays. And you could be here until your ULN or your AMR, which is like a reservation for a flight, gets populated. I have been here 4 or 5 days now waiting. So that takes a while. You'll be here. So rest up. There isn't anything to do. Although I would suggest going over to Zone 1. There's a bus. Anyway, maybe too much information. But hit Zone 1, there's a Chili's there. There's a big PX and everything. I will say this just about packing. Get you some of these. These are great little stuff sacks. I've gotten several from different manufacturers. This is the top-notch one. They're going to be a little more expensive. You can get them on Amazon. I highly suggest you pack with these. Space is an issue. You don't want to carry any more than your one rolling suit. Well, you can't. At CRC, you've got your LOA, your letter of authorization, will say 2 bags, okay? That means not 2 personal bags. That means 1 bag of battle rattle gear, which is a full heavy sea bag, real heavy, because you got plates and everything else in it, and your suitcase, and then you can have a backpack. So I suggest getting a backpack with good zippers, because if your zipper fails out here, you're screwed. You want a pretty good size backpack so you can keep your, your toiletries in it, a change of clothes, any kind of medication, batteries, flashlight. Oh, one other thing I would suggest, highly suggest, is getting a headlamp, an LED headlamp. That's kind of it. If you have any questions that I missed, what to pack and all that, I would watch the previous video if you need to know anything about that. And if you're one of my subscribers and you sat through all this, hooray for you. I'm sorry, there's no real good information for anybody that isn't deploying. But if you have a question, I respond to my questions in the comments. So if you have a specific question about CRC or getting over here, or deploying, or anything I missed, please don't hesitate to write it in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share this if you want, and we'll talk at you later. Thanks for checking in. Bye.